Yeah, that's true. We need yeah, internet needs to be on point for that stuff. Dice Truck already messaged me if we're streaming tonight. Aw, thank you for, watching out for us, guys. Yeah. And yes, we are live with our brand new Fancy overlays thanks to JP. Um, were you able to reply to those fine fellows that yeah, cool, cool, cool. You can work on it. Awesome. you could I could just, put up, yeah, I'll finagle with it on you could. You could. Um yeah, so we'll get started with the stream proper in a bit. So yeah, welcome to another week of Table Talk. Everyone who is here early. Um we might not stay too long cuz my mouth is in horrible pain. I'm just saying. Dude. I have a singaw. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's essentially a mouth ulcer. Like I happens when I bite my lip, and yeah, it's hellish. It is. Is it not implemented yet? Mm. How do I do that? Pray tell. No, I'm using OBS. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, Dice Check. Oh, you know what I'm gonna add? I'll add a bit of a treat. This is what I promised last time. Just a bit of a preview of just some alternate music that I've worked on before. Really? Oh, hang on. Yeah, yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Audio, desktop audio. There we go. Not yet. Hang on. There we go. Can you speak?
I don't know. Can I? Are you
Yes, you
allowing
can.
me to now?
You're on.
Okay,
You're on.
great.
Relax. Relax.
So he didn't hear my fellatio joke earlier.
Oh, thank God. All right.
You did
So,
that on purpose, damn you.
JP will not be silenced. I love how it's all asterisks. It just makes it look like, Dice Chuck is
Like
swearing
swearing,
like a
I
sailor.
know. This is great. We need to talk to Restream about this. It really makes you guys look like you're swearing at the butthole, and it's so funny. Do you like the
Yeah.
new overlay layout, by the way? Have you gotten a chance to look through it?
Yeah, it's elegant. It is. I like that the chat is on either side now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do yourself a favor.
Yes.
Switch over real quick to the BRB scene.
Oh, okay.
Look what
Sure.
happens. Mm-hmm.
BRB. Nothing is there.
Yeah. Really? Oh, because it needs to load it in. Probably.
Hi,
Nope.
Lichcasts.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
okay.
stream.
What the heck
Welcome
happened?
back.
That broke.
As usual, we are we are yeah. It's not crashing and burning.
Oh
It's more
no.
like putting out
Yeah,
engine
nothing's showing
fires
up.
mid-flight.
Okay. Oh well, you can switch it back. You can switch it back and see if it's fixed at least.
How is the audio on your end? Like, are you listening to the stream? Anyone listening?
I
Let us know if
am.
you have any audio
I'm listening
issues.
to the stream. I'm hearing it fine.
Is the music
Of
like
course, it
underneath
sounds
everything?
weird. Yes, it is, and
Okay.
it's pretty nice.
All right. Cool. Cool. I miss this track that I made. It's in case you guys are wondering, it's very Stranger Things inspired. Yeah. What do you say we get started?
I say no,
No? Okay.
but then again, it's opposite day, so that means yes.
Is it opposite day?
What the heck is wrong with me? What? Why? What am I
Yeah.
12?
Dice Chuck, because I'm not using the correct, what do you call it, client, the correct application.
Yeah, it's Mark's fault.
It's my fault. Yeah. So the music playlist isn't gonna work today because it is. Yeah, I need to get used to using the Stream Elements one and not Vanilla OBS. I just like Vanilla OBS so much because it's so clean and elegant.
It is.
But yes, that's why I haven't been seeing event alerts either. Actually,
That is
so
true. You need.
it's
You know what? I
it's
can
my
take
bad.
care of looking at that. I'll watch out for events.
I'm sorry,
today.
Dice Chuck. Yeah.
But don't worry about what you're adding to the music list, Dice Chuck, because next stream it will still be there.
It's gonna come flooding in.
It's gonna come flooding in. All of the songs are gonna play at the same time, and it's gonna be a chaotic mess. But we love it. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be fine.
What do you say we start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, no, we're not gonna start because it's
whatever.
opposite day.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. I can't believe I actually get to hear the music because of how this is set up.
Did you just talk over yourself while playing?
It's not
it
the
in
epic
background?
part yet because here it comes.
Okay.
Man, I wish I did not lose the what do you call this? The save file for that track because I can do it so much better with what I know
Yeah.
now. Oh well. Dice
It's
Check
okay.
says
Well, you can make it from scratch. It should be fine, right? You're an amazing
it's too
composer
difficult.
/ genius.
It's too difficult to revisit something I've
Oh,
already done. Dice Check
that
says
sucks.
he got no emails that we went live. Oh, not good. Are we like
That's
did the notifications go out on Facebook and stuff? Yes, yes, they
well.
are.
They
Facebook is
should
up.
have. It's on Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with Twitch, specifically with Dice Chuck's Twitch, because it's always him. It's always just Dice Chuck who lacks any of the
Really?
notifications. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, why don't we share our video over on some friendly groups? Yeah.
Dice Chuck, my surroundings look less dungeony and more hipstery today. I'm at a coffee shop. Our official sponsor. Just kidding. No, CBTL is not a sponsor of Dicecast. But if they want to be, they can hear me. So sabotaging any sponsorship opportunities before it gets started is my jam. I love it. What are you working on there, Mark?
I am sharing it on Philippine Tabletop RPGs.
Oh, right. We should have a guy to do that for us.
Yeah, we should.
Hmm.
And yes, JP is out in the wide open world. Beware.
Yep.
Be afraid.
Oh, too much light. There's too much light.
Hide your kids. Hide your wives. um.
So If it's too obnoxious, just let me know and I'll mute my mic whenever I'm not talking.
It's not
Because
actually
I
that bad,
understand
dude.
that there's a lot of background noise happening now, in particular. It's like it just kicked in when the stream started. Earlier, it was nice and quiet.
Timing, right? Timing's
I
always a bitch.
know, it's ridiculous.
All right. So housekeeping. You and a bunch of other members of Dicecast had some fun over at Honeycomb yesterday, right? How'd that go? Hello, JP. I think JP dropped out. JP. Yeah, he is frozen. I think he might have dropped. Yep, he dropped out. Oh well. Okay. Yes, Kakamania is on our docket. You'll be um I don't know if you'll be able to actually, like open the file because I haven't asked. But yeah, we'll read the review, we'll read the description and or the robbery thing actually. God forbid. Let's wait for JP to get back on comms. In the meantime, housekeeping topics. So actually, yeah, it's pretty much yesterday. Dicecast, JP, Arvin, KL, and a couple of other friends of those parties had a D&D session, an introductory D&D session, um, run over at Honeycomb in Double Dragon Plaza, which was the site of this year's what's it called, Next Action Phase Con, so NapCon 2019. That's where it was held. So yeah, we checked out the facilities, and we rented out the space, and yeah, they had fun. Like I guess you can check it out on our Twitter. Like JP put together a pretty fun dungeon romp. Even used a bit of Tailspire, our copy of Tailspire's alpha build, with a projector and all that, for some fun times,
Yep.
fun D&D times. Oh, you're back! Yay! Are you also back on Good Time? You need to call in again.
I hope so. I hope so. Well, I'll call you again,
Yeah,
just in case it's not working. But yeah. So Mark probably filled everyone in on the gist, but yeah, I
yeah. How'd
threw
it go?
this. It was pretty fun. Everyone says they enjoyed. I don't know if they really did because that was kind of an awkward silence that happened just after the end of the adventure. Like I
Really?
couldn't gauge everyone's legit honest reaction. Maybe they liked it, maybe they hated it,
Uh
maybe
huh.
they didn't like the quiz part. I put an actual D&D quiz, which if you guys want to try and take it, we can share a link in the chat. I can put
Sure,
it up in chat if you
sure. Let's
like.
put it up in chat. Let's see.
Oh, or you know what? Do you want to just issue the quiz here right now?
Yeah,
Like you
yeah,
can
yeah.
load that up
We'll
on
load it
the.
up. We'll have the chat answer. Yeah.
Sure. You still have the link?
So what? The link? No.
Do you
Please
still have
send
the
it to
link
me.
to it? All right. I think I sent it to you on Telegram before because you took
Telegram.
it, right?
Right. Where do I scroll up? So many, so many
So many
chats.
messages.
Okay, I found it.
Yeah.
I found it. Copy link. Let's open it up here.
Oh, JP's Frozen
Oh
Cam
no,
images in the Frozen
I've
Cam channel
already
on Discord.
responded.
Okay.
I've already responded.
Oh yeah.
Do I have
Oh
to?
wow.
I can't. Yeah, I can't
Okay, so
respond
you can't
anymore.
view. That sucks. All right.
Can you
Well,
disable that?
in that case, I can probably disable it. Let me look at how.
Yeah. In the meantime, so yeah, the premise of
Forums.gurgle.com.
JP's adventure was that these are people from, what's the name of the University of Adventuring?
The university that they attended was the Adventuring, Dungeoneering, Magicianing University of Faerun. So
Okay.
the ADMU.
Oh, All right. So yeah. And that's why there was a quiz. I guess this was their what? Was
Hmm.
this their like graduating thesis or something? Their final
Yes, it
rites?
was their graduating thesis. They are seniors for this university. In one case, a super senior because
Mm-hmm.
she had to retake the exam multiple times, and so they did pretty well.
Uh-huh.
There's a written exam which they perfected. By the
They
way,
did? They
they
got
got
perfect?
everything right
Oh
except
my.
for the bonus questions, but they got the base questions all correct.
Wow.
Um, yeah, of course they had the collective minds of everyone playing,
Uh-huh.
to answer the quiz, unlike when you took the quiz yourself. You only had your own brain to rely on.
I got 16 out of 25.
Yes, but the questions were weighted differently than what I would have liked. Your score would have been a lot higher than 16,
Oh, really? Okay.
because
Thank you
Google
for
Forms is
yeah.
is is weird. uh, if you make a Google Form quiz with a point system,
Mm-hmm.
in any questions that are a multiple choice that have multiple correct answers,
Mm-hmm.
every single correct answer needs to be checked, and if there for any of the points to be distributed, instead of any of the correct answers, even missing ones,
Mm-hmm.
counting towards your total score. Google uses an all or nothing approach. So you
Oh.
had some correct, like
I
in
had
the
some
question
partial points,
regarding celestial
essentially.
beings,
Yeah.
you had some correct options checked, but because it wasn't all of them, Google didn't award you any points.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't see how I can adjust the quiz to. Oh, no. Here you go. Here you go. All right. You can refresh it and hopefully you can take the quiz again.
Okay. Oh. What? Why
No?
can't I load KL's anyway? I was trying to load
You can't load
KL's
KL's what?
Twitter post. Weird.
Oh. Hmm.
Anyhow,
Weird indeed. Anyhow.
yeah, let's just get the quiz up and let's see if our friends over in the chat can get a better score.
Can
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they can probably
They
perfect
can
it.
probably perfect the yeah. Mm,
I mean, they've got Eric and Dice Chuck in there, and between the two of them, they probably know all of the answers to every D&D question there could ever be, now and in the future.
All right, let's enter party name. Let's call it Dicecast Twitch chat,
Hmm.
right? Stream chat. All right. And let's go through these questions, you guys. There you go. All zoomed in. Nice and zoomed in for you. Who wants to take the first stab at this question? Section 1: Beasts and Beings. Which among the following does not belong with the others? For 1 point.
This is so easy.
It is.
So the
Does it
options
ramp
are
up?
owlbear, bugbear, goblin, hobgoblin. Does it ramp up? Like, you tell me. You took the quiz. Does it get
Oh,
harder?
you didn't change much? Okay,
No,
Dice Chuck
I
says
didn't change
owlbear.
anything. Mm-hmm.
Let's see if Dice Chuck is correct.
Okay.
Bonus. Why
Oh,
does your selection in the previous question not belong?
yep. The bonus will not award any points because Google Forms again doesn't have that feature. But essentially, what I did for the party that played
Hmm.
was any bonus questions that they got right, I awarded them one inspiration to the party that they can use at any point during the one shot. So they could re-roll any number.
It is genetically unrelated to the others. The others being.
I mean, come on. We know that
Right,
Dice
right,
Check
right.
knows
Fine,
the
fine,
correct
fine.
answer. Yeah, it's fine. It's genetically unrelated to the others. That's
N-
fine. Yes.
not a. Yeah, you're. Yeah, we understand. It's okay. We're not rushing. So yeah, not a goblin. Not genetically related to goblins.
Hmm. Hmm.
Two
Oh,
gobos.
my Gmail isn't loading for some dumb reason.
Okay.
Do you get this issue sometimes on Chrome? Gmail just doesn't load.
Yeah, sometimes. That's why I'm on
Ugh,
Firefox these days.
yeah, I'll switch to.
Um, Next question for 3 points. Select all of these celestial beings in this list. The list being Quasit, Kirin, Planetar, Azer, and Quatl.
Hmm. The party almost completely messed this up. They messed this one up.
Really?
They were wavering on Azer,
No,
right?
that's an elemental. That's a fire elemental.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
but then they one of the so what I had them do, because like the players didn't know the correct answer,
Uh huh.
right? But the characters should, because they
Right.
are students of this university, and this would have been like a topic in one of their hypothetical courses. So I
Right.
asked them, all right, does anyone have any proficiency in religion?
Yeah.
And or proficiency, or does anyone uh, follow a deity,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who did, I offered a chance to roll for it, and if they got high, they would know like how many of these are actually
Nice.
celestial beings.
So that's a clue,
And so
right?
I told them there's yeah, that's a clue. So I told them there's 3 in this list are celestial beings, and then they ended up guessing correctly.
Does anyone care to help Dice Chuck? So you're to be clear, you're selecting the Quatl as one celestial being. Okay, put
Hmm.
a check on that. I'm pretty sure, based on the process of elimination, of what the others are, and knowing that there are three.
Hmm. Hmm.
No, no,
I
no.
love
Yeah,
this.
we're selecting which ones are celestial beings,
Yes.
and then if anyone can give the bonus answer, an additional example of a celestial being.
Yeah, that's the bonus answer. So if you know one that wasn't on that list, there's a couple. There's at least a couple. And one of them is a very famous mythological creature. So that's another clue for you guys. We can recite the questions, and then because there's a delay in the
Right,
chat, right?
right.
So we can recite the questions, and then as
Move
we
on.
see the
Yeah,
answers come up in chat, we'll go
we'll
back
scroll
and
back up.
and
Yeah. Okay. And then next up, um, if any of you care to answer, how many eye stalks does a typical beholder have? I think I got this one wrong.
oh, let me
Okay.
check. Actually, I'm gonna see your responses. Individual. Here we go.
Kirin. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
your party name was BDE.
huh? What's what?
Your party name, the party name that you put when you answered the quiz was BDE, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
Dice Chuck says Planetar,
10
Quasit, and Kieran.
and 10 for the beholder eye stalks. Okay.
Hmm.
Plantar Quasit Kirin. Okay. All right.
That's Dice Chuck's.
That's Dice Chuck.
And then for you, I'm looking at your response, Mark. You
Mm-hmm.
put in Archon.
Yeah. Isn't I don't know if that's still in 5e. I'm like literally the last D&D game I'm well versed in is 3e. Maybe 4e. So that's why I put Archon. I'm not sure if that's still in 5th ed.
Well, in 5th edition, there are no Archons.
Mm.
But in older editions of Dungeons and Dragons, there were, and
Yeah. They
they
are
were
celestials.
celestial beings. It was in their name, Celestial Archon.
Yeah. What special effect does a beholder's central eye cause? This one I
Hmm.
knew. But yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, please feel free to supply this information.
Oh man, the players when they were
How'd
answering
that go?
this,
Fireball? Did anyone say
laser
fireball?
beam.
Laser beam.
No, no one said fireball. They said laser beam. And then someone said the
Disintegrate?
correct answer.
Uh huh.
But they answered as a group, so the group overruled that correct answer and said just put laser beam.
Oh my gosh. Dice Chuck supplied
Yeah.
the answer anti magic. Alright, we'll plug that in.
Hmm.
I think we're just waiting for one additional example of a celestial being, if anyone would care to provide that in chat.
No,
And
Dice
thank.
Chuck put 3.
Hmm?
Planetar, Quasit, and Kieran. Those
Yeah.
were dice checks.
Yeah, then for the
You mean
bonus.
for the bonus
For the
question? Okay.
bonus. Yeah. And we have a new follow from D Minion 617. Thank you for the follow. Much
Whoa!
appreciated, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Feel free to say hi in chat
If you
and
want
join the
to, we're
quiz if
not
you want to.
forcing.
Angel.
Yeah.
Is that in 5e? Okay, let's type in Angel. All right.
Angels are called something else in IV, but they are, yeah,
Anti
technically,
devils.
they're called diva.
Really?
Yeah,
That's what they called?
DEVA.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was uh yeah, just another type of angel back in third ed.
Yep.
All right, let's click on
Or
next.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not quite sure actually, because there's a lot of changes in 5e. Nope.
Asimar, yeah, are
Okay.
technically celestials, I guess, or half celestials.
SMRR. Yeah, I would have accepted that if anyone put that in.
All right. Schools of magic.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Match.
I like this question a lot.
Yeah. Discerning or revealing information. Oh, I like how you mix it up now. It's not straight up like diagonals like before
Yeah. No, because there was an option pala for Google Forms that
to randomize.
lets it be randomized.
Cool. Okay. So, which school of magic helps you discern or reveal information? Which school of magic? Uh, um, you could, I guess, answer the order in order, right? So first one
Mm-hmm.
is discerning or revealing information. Second is protection, blocking, or banishment. Third is physical transformation of materials or their properties. Fourth is summoning creatures or materials. Fifth is altering perception or creating false images. Sixth is manipulation or creation of energy from nothing. And seventh is imbuing recipients with properties or power. So Dice Chuck's answer for the first one is divination. All right, let's plug that in.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Next one is protection, blocking, or banishment. And then physical transformation of materials or their properties, then summoning of creatures or materials, then altering perception or creating false images, then
mhm.
manipulation or creation of energy from nothing, and then imbuing recipients with properties or power.
Yes. So feel free to just name the column or just the description along with the School of Magic, and we'll get back to this. What School of Magic is missing from the previous list? There's a bonus question.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, those of you perceptive enough would have realized, yeah, that there is one missing from this list of magical schools. How did the players do with this one?
Okay, they saw this, and at first they were a little overwhelmed because it's a big grid of
Yeah,
just text, right?
yeah, yeah.
And check circles. But like they quickly realized that a lot of them are pretty obvious, and then you can do a process of elimination. Um, and then one of them is a spellcaster, specifically a sorcerer,
Uh huh.
who doesn't really have to have arcane knowledge, right? Because they're born with magic. But he was proficient in arcana, so I offered him the opportunity to roll. He got a high enough roll, like a 20 plus. So I told him, okay, I will give you freebies for 3 of these things.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you the answer for 3 of them, and then everything else you can either
Like
use
eliminate
process of
or yeah.
elimination or use your own meta knowledge.
Nice. So Sin, all the way from Facebook, jumps in and provides the bonus question, the answer to the bonus question. Necromancy. Cool, cool.
Hmm.
Okay, you can't Dicer can't see the descriptions. We've scrolled back up so you can see. So again, number one, you've already provided.
You know what? I'll post it in chat.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yeah,
No
I'll just
problem, D
copy paste the
Minion. Welcome to the chat.
descriptions.
Summoning is conjuration. Okay. Let's plug that in. And then alter perception is illusion. Okay. So we've got 3 out of 7 answered for this table. JP's going to put in the questions in chat in case you guys wanna. So we can return to that later on. Feel free to answer to JP's chat message with the descriptions and stuff. Next question. Next question is, which among the following is a transitive plane of existence? Did I get this wrong? I have a feeling I got this wrong.
You did. You got it wrong.
Really? Oh, okay.
Hmm
What is a
But
transitive plane?
you got the bonus question correct. It's so funny.
Ah, really? Okay.
hmm So that should give you a clue as to which
Yeah.
one is the correct answer.
So the questions here are, which among the following is a transitive plane of existence? Yeah, this is zoomed in 200%. Choices are the Shadowfell, the astral plane, the material plane, or the elemental plane of air. And the bonus question is, name the other transitive plane of existence. Sin comes in
So
with
that's a
the
clue.
astral plane. There we go. And what is the answer to the bonus question? The other transitive plane of existence. We're all learning about D&D a bit today, I guess.
And I don't blame Dice Chuck for being hesitant or not completely confident in the
hmm
answers because a lot has changed in D&D
I
over
was
the
gonna
different
ask, yeah.
editions.
Has the
Yeah,
lore changed?
some of it, yes. And Dice Chuck
Ethereal
suggests ethereal
for the
for
bonus?
the other, yeah, the bonus question.
Got it?
I hear the word planes, my mind goes to Planescape Torment, says
Yeah, that's
Dominion.
what it's all about.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a differing answers for once in chat. So, the other transitive plane of existence, we have two answers in chat: ethereal, or material, or prime material. Which one is
hmm
it? Tut, tut, tut,
Which
tut,
one?
tut, 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 tut,
I like it.
tut,
We can move on and let the
tut.
chat
Yeah,
decide
let-
amongst
they
themselves
might
whether it's ethereal or
come up with a
material.
final
And
answer, and we'll
I
plug it
mean, you
in.
guys can obviously Google it, but let's try and stay in the spirit of you know the
Okay.
spirit in the of the question.
Oh, no. Sin already agreed. So
Okay.
they've coincided. They've agreed now that it's ethereal. So okay, that's handled. That's handled. Okay. Who is the dragon deity of justice and nobility? Is it Cordelon, Bane, Bahamut, or Zehir? I don't know
hmm
that last one. I'm so super not familiar with that last one.
Some of these aren't even from the same uh pantheon.
Really? Okay. Oh
So
yeah, that's right.
Zahir is from the I not from the Forgotten Realms pantheon.
Greyhawk.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Woohoo! I got that. Okay. Let's catch up with the chat. D Minion says confesses that he's only got a pinky in the lore pool of D&D. He's mostly listened to lore videos on YouTube, and doesn't have experience yet playing D&D. Oh, dude. I hope you get to try it sometime soon. Like that's what we're all about here. I mean, not just D&D. Like other RPGs as well, and tabletop gaming in general. But yeah, hopefully, like with this week's news, like you get some ideas. You can find out your local community and find the game, join the game. Okay, so we have some answers from chat. Sin, Deminion, and Dice Chuck all agree on Bahamut as the
Yep.
dragon deity of
I
justice and nobility.
the players in my game
Uh
didn't
huh.
know, but because two of them played Final Fantasy and one of them played another game that had Bahamut in it, they
Mm-hmm.
knew the answer.
They had an idea.
So yeah,
Okay.
the answer is Bahamut.
Dice Chuck has a question in chat. Is Bahamut a gold dragon? Is that how he's portrayed?
I've I've always seen him as a platinum dragon, but he may be gold in some renditions.
I've always seen him as a summon.
Yeah, I mean, like the Bahamut summons from Final Fantasy are
Or a kick
stuff
ass.
of legend.
Yeah. The sworn enemy is Tiamat. Yeah, that is, yeah. There
hmm
we go. Thank you. I guess let's finish up the magic table, yeah? Which school of magic offers protection, blocking, or banishment?
So Dice Chuck has several answers that I think you can add the check marks to. He
Okay.
says conjuring.
Ah, yeah, I did. I've added those.
All right, and then alter perception is illusion. Which ones are missing?
Let's see. We've got protection, blocking, or banishment. Still waiting for an answer. Physical transformation of materials and their properties. And then manipulation or creation of energy from nothing, and imbuing recipients with properties of power. Sin comes in with protection equals abjuration. All right.
Okay.
Um,
Dice Chuck thinks enchantment is for protection.
ooh. Imbuing.
D-Minion thinks imbuing is enchantment.
It's D-Minutes first answer. Let's give him dibs on that. So,
Sure.
so yeah, let's see if that's correct. We've
Dominion and Sin also agree that protection is abjuration.
Oh, cool. Okay. We've got, I think, two left, right? So manipulation or creation of energy from nothing, and physical transformation of materials or their properties. We've got two
All
schools
right.
left.
So there's two schools and two like names from like two answers from the list left. I'll let people know the one of them is evocation, and the other is oh shoot, I'm blanking. What's the other one?
Transmutation.
Transmutation. So which one is which? I think by process of
Oh,
elimination,
okay.
you
You
guys
said
can
that earlier,
probably
Dice
answer
Chuck.
that.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Evocation. There we go. All right. We're all set. Let's go to the next page. I think this is the final page. Dungeons and Delvers. Evocation is blasting with energy.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, yeah, that's a good question. How rude of us to not introduce ourselves. I'm Mark, and the gentleman in the camera below me, that's JP,
Is disappointed.
is disappointed that we have forgotten our manners completely. So yeah, welcome to the stream.
Yeah. It skipped
And
our mind. We assumed that everyone knows us. Also, shouldn't our names be on the? Oh, you're not using
I'm not
GridFam,
using GridFam.
right?
Yep.
Right. And then on your GridFam layout, you don't have the names popping up, so they
Mm-hmm.
don't see Riveus on top of my camera.
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have lots to learn. Kimosabi.
Hmm.
Um, Classify the types of traps enumerated below as either mechanical or magical.
This is too
Is this
easy.
too
Like I
easy?
almost don't want to ask
Jeez.
people for this one.
Okay, guys, come on.
Like obviously, Sphere of Annihilation is a
So,
mechanical trap.
collapsing roof, mechanical or magical. Poison arrow, mechanical or magical. Spike pit, mechanical or magical. Glyph of warding, mechanical or magical. Sphere of annihilation, mechanical or magical.
It's too
It's
easy. Let's just skip this one.
yeah. Let's. I'm just gonna put in the answers because dudes.
You got it correct. It was that easy.
Yeah, pit and roof are mechanical. Oh, I guess poison arrow would be the point of contention, right? Is poison magical or mechanical?
Okay. Would you say that the poison in a on a frog's skin is mechanical or magical?
If it's D&D?
There is a poison arrow spell. That's correct.
If it's
There is a
D&D,
poison
yeah.
spell. It can go either way.
Could go
So
either
fine.
way.
We'll say it can go either way. God damn it. Fine.
Bonus.
Whatever.
What spell can safely disable magical traps? Toot, 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 toot. Answer that in chat. There you go. Dispel magic from Sin.
Mhm.
This, I think I got this wrong. I got this wrong, didn't I?
Which one?
This next one. A common
Oh, the
Dungeoneer's
Dungeoneer's
pack
pack.
contains which of the following items? Costumes, water skin, bedroll, mortar and pestle, crowbar, pythons. Which of these are in the common Dungeoneer's pack? Bonus. Name two other items that commonly come with a Dungeoneer's pack. Okay,
This
water
is
skin for one.
admittedly a really dumb question to ask
Is it?
because yeah, because this is more familiarity with the rule book than with the lore of D&D.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um, so I felt really bad asking this question. But let's
Mm-hmm.
see, water skin, bedroll, pythons.
So we have a mortar
Sin
and
saying
pestle
water
from
skin,
Sin.
bedroll, mortal pestle,
Let's
pythons.
add that. 10-foot stick is unfortunately not a thing in 5th ed, which is disappointing.
Yeah, 10-foot pole.
10-foot pole, yeah. Bonus, 10 days of rations. That's actually a pretty good answer. I didn't consider that when I answered this one before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mortar and pestle, yay or nay? That is the question. Crowbar, I think, is in the rogue. Dice Chuck thinks is in the rogues pack, but may not be in the Dungeoneer pack. We'll find out.
I, 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 I'm trusting you guys just aren't googling this stuff because
There's
it's
one.
it's so tempting to do
Yeah.
that.
No, I think we have an honorable chat. I think we have an honorable chat.
Yeah.
We're game to find out if their D&D lore is as good as. Well, this is pretty. I mean, yeah. The premise is that it's a level 1 adventure university, right?
Mm-hmm.
It should be pretty
Yep.
basic. Yeah. Let's see if like we all know the foundations of adventuring in D&D. A
So
tinder box.
for those of you, ah, interesting.
There you go.
Is a tinderbox part of it?
Tinder
I
box. There you
actually
go.
forgot. I have it
You
open on my
look it
window
up on
now
D&D
because I
Beyond.
forgot. Yeah, no, this is bullshit because I forgot.
So, final answer, mortar and pestle, yes or no? I think I answered rope, but I'm not sure if that's applicable.
You answered for in your bonus question.
Yeah, I answered rope. I don't know if that's correct.
So you put rope and torch.
Were those correct? No, don't answer yet. Yeah, we'll
I'll
find out
answer
later.
it later.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, mortar and pestle is a point of contention. No mortar. Okay.
Hmm. In a
Final answer.
Dungeoneer's pack,
Let's see. Let's
is a
go.
mortar and pestle part of that pack?
Remove mortar and pestle. Okay. I think these are the last couple of questions. Which of these creatures can you expect to find in the Underdark? Kobolds, goblins, illithids, oozes, and jellies. And bonus, this is a giveaway. What subrace of elves calls the Underdark home? Last two
It
questions.
wasn't a giveaway to my players. Only one of them
Really?
knew the meta answer. Yeah,
Ah,
and it was
okay.
Arvin, the one who we had played with before for on our. Well, actually,
The
we've also played with
minion in
KL.
with an answer. Drow. Oozes and jellies.
D
Okay.
Minion's D Minion's delay must be pretty low because he's been
Yeah.
first to answer for a lot of the questions.
And he doesn't give himself like he's been selling himself short. Like so far, his contributions have been pretty sensible.
Yes.
Illicits, oozes, and
Oozes and
jellies.
jellies
Okay,
from
and then
both of
drow
them.
for the
Yes.
bonus. All right, click
Okay.
submit.
Okay.
5. That's no. How long is the delay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1/2, 1/4. I think we're good to go. Let's click submit and see. Okay, JP, let us know what we got. Frozen Cam, look at that face. Yeah, at least he looks happy with this. Yeah, in this Frozen Cam. A new. Thank you, Eric. There we go. Eric is never remiss with with our Frozen Cams. Thank you so much. By the way, you guys might have noticed a slight uptick in the quality of our video stream today. We're streaming at 3,000, at a bitrate of 3,000. I might bump it up actually. Let's try bumping it up to 3.5K. Let's see how far we can push my PC. Because currently at 3,000, we were at around 3% CPU usage, so not bad. Not bad at all. And we weren't dropping any frames, so the connection could handle it. The CPU could handle it. Let's see, yeah, how good this can get. Our internet provider is for all of us at Dicecast anyway. It's not a sponsored thing. It's just it just so happens that we all agreed to do it to apply. Is Converge. Yeah, JP isn't actually frozen. Yeah, because that would be result in major cellular damage. Um, yeah. So we'll find out, I guess, how well we did in a bit. Right now, um, what we're gonna do is check.
Refresh.
There you go. Okay, you are back.
I've
Welcome
added
back.
you as a collaborator to the quiz, so you should be able to see the answers.
How do I see the answers?
Log in to Google Forms with your Google account, and then you
Mm-hmm.
should be able to see the responses.
Okay, let's try that.
Mobile internet is not being kind to me today. It keeps kicking me off.
Oh wait, where? Google
But if,
Forms.
yeah, I'll give you the link to see it again, just in case it's
Yes,
a new
please.
link for collaborators. But here you go in your Telegram. You should be able to see that.
All right.
So as an editor, you can see
I
the
still don't have edit
responses.
access.
Really?
Did you give it to Mark at Dicecast or
Nope.
Mark.inting?
Mark.inting,
Oh, I still
which
can't
now
see it.
everyone knows your personal email address.
That's okay. I didn't finish it. I can't see the answers.
Oh no. Okay, let me check something real quick because maybe it actually didn't invite you as a collaborator yet because of the stupid internet problems.
Let's catch up
Oh,
with chat. Oh yeah, you gotta stick with PLDT. I've it's hit or miss. But yeah, if you're not quite happy with them, I feel for you. I've been there. I jumped ship as soon as I
I don't
could.
I don't blame the manager of the coffee shop trying to get rid of me. I'm just here eating up all of the bandwidth.
If it's easier for you to stay on chat, on this just Discord without grid fam, let me know.
It might be. I've called in on GridFam again though, so you
Oh,
can. I don't know if it's refreshing or not.
there we go. Accept, and we're back. Your handsome mug is back. Um,
Jesus Christ.
I still can't access the form.
Okay, then I'll just be the
Yeah,
one
let us
to.
know. Let us know
Want me
how
to
we did.
screenshot it or? Okay, so here you guys got the question one is correct. Owl bear, and it is not genetically related to goblins. It's the only non-goblinoid creature. Question two: select all of the celestial beings in the list. You guys answered Kirin Quasit Planetar. The correct answer is Kirin Coatl Planetar.
There we go. Quasit is an elemental too, right? It's a kind of
Quasit
elemental.
is Quasit is a I think it's a demon or a
Oh,
devil.
is it?
It's one of those. It's either a demon or a devil.
Okay.
I don't want to Google it right now because it might kill my bandwidth, but
I'll check
yeah,
it out.
it's one of those. And then the bonus, you guys were correct. A diva is another example of a celestial being.
There we go.
Whoever answered 10 for Beholder eye stalks is correct. There are 10 eye stalks.
I
And
thought
the
it was
special
8.
effect of the central eye is anti-magic. So you're correct. You guys perfected the magic chart. So you guys matched all of the magic schools with their appropriate domains. And you are correct in saying that necromancy was the missing school.
Ah,
Eh,
okay. For the Quasit, in 4E it
mhm.
was an elemental. In 5E, it's a
Oh,
fiend. So my
see, there you
information
go.
was outdated.
It's just outdated information. You're not wrong. You're outdated.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So this quiz is
It's not
not,
perfect,
you know,
no.
it's not the perfect quiz to ask
Yeah,
players, especially for meta knowledge. You guys got the planes one correct. Astral plane and ethereal plane are transitive planes of existence. The dragon god deity of justice and nobility is Bahamut. and his sworn enemy is Tiamat. You guys got that correct. We gave the mechanical magical trap one as a gimme, but you also answered it correct. Dispel magic is correct. And then you guys are
What?
probably
Okay.
going to not like this. You're
Okay.
gonna not like this over the Dungeoneers pack. But your answer was Pythons, water skin, and bedroll. The correct answer is Python's water skin crowbar. There is no bedroll in a Dungeoneers pack.
That's separate. It's a separate
It's
item.
it's a separate item when it comes to
Oh,
Dungeoneers pack.
yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
hmm
All right.
Your bonus questions are correct. There, it does come with 10 days worth of rations. I would have also just accepted rations, but you went the extra mile to say
Uh-huh.
specifically 10 days. Uh, and a tinderbox.
Nice one.
And
Nice one.
Mark,
Mm.
your personal bonus question answer is also correct. There are also torches
And rope.
and rations and rope.
Mm.
Yes,
All right.
but there's no bedroll,
No
which is
bedroll, yeah.
it's a good guess. Because even my players guessed that there should be a bedroll in there, but there isn't.
I guess adventurers are fine sleeping with rocks as pillows,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Dungeoneers kind of expected, I guess.
Yeah.
And then finally, for the Underdark question, uh, oozes, jellies, illithid are correct, but also kobolds and goblins are correct as well. It was a trick question. Everything can be found in the Underdark. And Drow is the subrace that calls Underdark home, so they were correct. Chat was correct there as well.
There we go. All right. So, what was our total score?
So, okay, the
What
total
is chat's total
score,
score? Yeah.
because of the way Google accumulates the points, the total score strictly is 18. But you actually only missed two of the questions, which were the Celestial question
Yeah, that one
and
item. Dungeoneers pack.
the Dungeoneers pack question. So if we say that, adjusting for the two correct answers from the Celestial Beings one and
Yeah.
the two correct answers from the Dungeoneers one, you guys actually got 23 points out of 25 total points.
Is that an A?
Yeah, I'd say. What is A? A is like what? 80%,
Hang
90%?
on. Let me compute.
It varies by school and by region. So like 23 out of
Uh
25, I'd say is not bad.
yeah, 23 over
It's
25.
92%.
That's an A. That's an no, that's a like a
Is
B
that an A?
plus.
That's a B plus.
Yeah,
All
that's a B
right.
plus.
Yeah. Bonus questions do count. So
It's an A?
in
It's an
92%
A.
apparently is an A in Canada.
Yay.
So
Congratulations, chat. You got an A.
you guys you guys got an A in Canada. Canadian A.
Woohoo.
I'll take it. Bonus questions, if you factor all of that in, all of the bonus questions were answered correctly. So yeah, sure, it's an A plus. Bye, Dweena.
All right. All right. Let's
Wow, that was a long housekeeping topic.
but it was fun though.
Nice check. Nice check.
We
We
got
got
an
an A.
A.
An A.
A? A? Is that how you spell A? Like the Canadian A? It's A?
A. It's A.
It's EH? Wow. Today I learned. Um all right. Now on to actual news, finally.
Oh
So
my
we have
God.
some
Yeah.
announcements from the League of Extraordinary Best Friends. This is for Conclave 2019, which is happening on. God, when is it happening? One moment. Conclave 2019, which is happening. Um, where is their event page? Oh my gosh, this is so bad. uh, let's go to their page events. There we go. Conclave 2019 is on. Why is it not Conquest? Sorry, 2019, not Conclave. This is on September 21 and September 22 over at iAcademy Nexus Campus in Makati. So there is a giveaway. Um, you can see it on their post. Which side are you on in the Blood War? It's time to decide. Demons versus devils. So if you like the page and share this post and comment which side you choose and give a reason why, you have a chance of winning an event exclusive tome from Hey Meepling. Hey Meepling are awesome providers of tabletop gaming accessories. You should check them out on Facebook. Um, and yeah, best answer will win. So, in response to your burning resolve for signups to Conquest 2019, um, LoEB and Hey Meepling have partnered up for an event exclusive tome for your descent into Avernus. So, again, like the photo, like and follow the page of League of Extraordinary Best Friends. Tag 3 friends and comment down below which side you choose and why, and then share this post. So they'll be choosing the best of the best answers. So pick a side and comment down below. There's already a bunch of awesome, like they've posted art as well. So yeah, good luck. May the best response win. Um, and yeah, check it out. We'll link you to our spreadsheet actually. Um, you still there, JP, or did you freeze again? I guess JP froze. So here is a link
I
to.
did. I froze on the cam, but
Oh, but you're still up. You're still up on Discord. Nice. Um, where is? Yeah, let's link you guys to the topics. Here you go. You can follow that link and um yeah, uh, everything that we discussed today should be there. Let's go on to the next bit of news, local once more. So we would like to give, to send our congratulations to the Greasy Snitches, and props to you guys. Like, you guys are such great advocates of the hobby. They've been doing a series of, not, I guess not exact, like kind of workshops on how to on DMing, on running specific games like Call of Cthulhu, L5R. And their latest one was in partnership with Table Taft, a board gaming cafe over in Taft Avenue in Malate. So yeah, they got to share their knowledge with new dungeon masters who are all set to spread the love of playing D&D, running games with others. So the official title of their event was Greasy Snitches Presents Dungeon Masters, Supportive Gaming, and How to Be a DM. So let's look through the photos. These are pretty cool. So these photos are, I think, the ones taken by um, the fine people over at Tabletop PH. So there you go. You have DM Nicolo, Paul Gabat, ST Dan, DM Al Tio, and Keeper Lands. This is Table Taft. So these are photos of, yeah, their DM workshop. Where I guess people got to play some games too, huh? Nice. So JP is gonna go on a quest to find better Wi-Fi to connect to our stream. So yeah, you've got me for the meantime. Not so bad. So here you go. That's Paul Gabat showing some new DMs how it's done. Nice. Yeah, so awesome work. Yeah, better free Wi-Fi. Or he could just use his mobile data. I don't know. Or maybe that would be too much. I'll suggest that to him actually. But yeah, congratulations once more to Greasy Snitches. Keep it up, guys. Like seriously, um, we're big fans of what you guys do. It shouldn't be part of the problem because it's internal. So like, there's the my cam doesn't take up bandwidth. It's just yeah, like the Wi-Fi hotspots that JP is connecting to. Some cafes here aggressively limit bandwidth. So like you have to keep reconnecting or it's slow, it's capped. So that's unfortunate. Which is why I suggested maybe he would like to just use his mobile data. Hotspot his phone, connect with that. If you're listening, JP, something you could try. So yeah. Next up, we've got a couple of submissions for the Hilagyo Game Jam. And in case you haven't tuned into the channel over the past couple of weeks, we've been plugging Hilagyo Game Jam, which is a game jam on itch.io for, by Filipino game designers for, yeah, by Filipinos for Filipinos. So it's about the expression, the essence, and the experience of what it is to be Filipino. And the games reflect this. So it's open to anyone who is Filipino by heritage, Filipino by location, and yeah, for who want to submit games about Filipino communities, beliefs, folklore, legends, mythology, traditions, realities, narratives, and or experiences. So check it out. Um, we have a couple of games over here. The first one is Kakamania. This is by Nosfekatu over on itch.io. Um, this is a fantasy adventure setting that lies at the heart of Southeast Asian culture. So explore the native habitat of the red jungle fowl, wade through the monsoon rains, bet on the biggest or meanest cock, and parlay with the gods. This game is system neutral, which means that no new rules are required to be learned in order to understand this RPG. If you already have a fantasy RPG of choice, you just plug it in and explore the town of Sabungan. Two stat blocks are included in the appendix for a couple of unique personalities, but all other creatures and people are expected to exist in most bestiaries and monster lists. So this can be yours for $4 US, at or above $4 US. So if you're feeling generous, you can always add a bit to that, and it gets you access to the Cockamania PDF version 1.1. Let's see information. This was released just 3 days ago and was updated as recently as yesterday. Here's a review from Kazumi Chin. So it's a delight. Cockamania is a delightful intertextual romp that reads at once like a personal journal, an anthropological text, a fantasy gazetteer, a hex crawl, and a recipe book. So it circulates around the event of the cockfight, but urges you to also take in the ephemera surrounding the event, the tables that produce futures leading away from the event, and the kinds of magic that seep into the seemingly mundane at all turns. So, in a gaming world full of Orientalist takes on Asian countries attempting to define what Asia means, BJ's game says nothing, makes no statement, and in doing so says so much. It doesn't seek to create an Asian experience for a Western audience, but instead asks you to sit with the mundanity of a small town and its magical and festive happenings. So, in doing so, Kakamania is a great example of the kinds of games being produced by the Southeast Asian gaming community, which is very vibrant and offers stunning examples of what the future of tabletop games can be. So you can check it out on uh, beej.itch.io/Kakamania. And according to Lichcast, there's a recipe for adobo inside. So I think technically adobo is chicken simmered in soy sauce and vinegar. Is that right? Is that right? Chicken or pork simmered in soy sauce and vinegar. Yeah, adobong manok. Or if you're like that guy, Travis, adobong manak. So let's look at some previews. Hey Don, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in again. Oh, there it is. There's that adobo. Thank you, Sin, for confirming. Yeah, that's how adobo is made. Yeah, you simmer it in soy sauce, garlic, vinegar, corn peppers. I'd say bay leaf optional. Depends on how you like your adobo. Hey, Joaquin Kyle Saavedra. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, the artwork is by Christina. Nice. Yeah, excellent stuff. Speaking of Christina, she is the designer behind the next game we are featuring from the Hilagyo Game Jam. This is Maria. It's a game that you can print and play. It's free for the first week, so I guess get it now while it's still, while the designer is still feeling super generous. And yes, Joaquin is the guy behind Maharlika, right? The Filipino mecha game that caught my eye at session 02. Um, I wish I could have gotten a copy, but I ran out of money on the day. Sorry, but yeah, like I super liked like what was on their table. It was really gorgeous. Yeah, RPG booklets, really good stuff. Um, yeah, so Maria is a game that you can print and play free for the first week. It is about, I believe, horror in Filipino all girls Catholic schools. Is that right? Did I get that right about Maria? Anyway, check out her game. It is at sweetcyanide.itch.io/Maria-the-game. And yeah, what it's free? Like, it's free anyway. You could, if you want to support her, you could buy it when it comes out, or you could also go to her Ko-fi. And yeah, and support her there. Let's see. So this one is, yeah, let's check it out. Let's check this out. So we'll just check out the first part, so you're encouraged to, yeah, to get a copy yourselves. Um, Maria is about growing up in an all-girls Catholic school. I guess this is from the author. She often found herself restricted by beliefs and blinded by faith. Even now, some of those anxieties still haunt her, and even more so knowing what the pressure of growing up there made her do. She regrets a lot of the choices she made and finds herself trying to become a better person than who she was in those halls. So she found the comfort knowing about the darker side of Catholic school, the headless nun that was murdered a long time ago, a vengeful spirit that sought atonement for what was done to them, or the wronged priest that roams the chapel at night. I think this is common among all Catholic schools. We all have those ghost stories. So those were the ghost stories that she found incredibly interesting. And so she made a game about this one ghost, a ghost named Maria. It's a game about what you would do to get what you want, and is it worth the risk? And how far would you go to get it? And more importantly, it's a game about telling a ghost story and who made it out alive. All right. JP is is heading to a co-working space nearby, so he should be joining us again pretty soon. So yeah. So yeah, check it out, Maria, um, by Christina. and it is over on itch.io. Uh, if you scroll up in chat, yes, you can, especially those of you on Facebook, you can check out the comment with a link to our. You can see the docket down here below my cam. Let's make it the big one while waiting for JP. So yeah, you can see the docket over here. The Google Sheets link has all those topics and the links. So if you want to follow along, if you're on Facebook, just scroll up, look for the comment, and yeah, um, follow along if you'd like. D Minion asks, "Have you tried to run a horror themed adventure in D&D?" I have. I'm not very good at it in D&D because I feel in D&D, um, characters are a bit too empowered to make it full on horror. Other systems do it a lot better. But yeah, I've tried. It's it's okay. Um, those of you in chat, like those are other viewers who have actually like done, adventures or even campaigns in, in D&D with in the horror genre. Yeah, maybe you could shed some light on what that's like or what it takes to be successful in running horror in D&D. I haven't read Curse of Strahd. That's the thing. JP, I would say, and Lance and Arvin are the more experienced D&D players. Fifth Ed, anyway. Uh, over here at Dicecast. So maybe when JP gets back, he can shed some light on Curse of Strahd. Me myself, I haven't even played an AL. I haven't played any of the campaign, the hardbound campaign published campaigns. So just a bit of homebrew here and there. Uh, Joaquin Kyle Saavedra, he still has copies, and he's been meaning to buy Dicecast for so long. Aw, well we're glad that you've managed to to tune in. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. All right, a bunch of people have done Curse of Strahd. Dice Chuck has used other systems than D&D for horror, though. Okay. All right. While you guys go on and chat, allow me to present the next topic. This is the Low Fantasy Gaming Companion. Now, we've featured a couple of low fantasy. Last week, we featured a article about how to pull off low fantasy campaigns. I think we featured the original Kickstarter of this current Kickstarter also last year. Um, the low fantasy gaming deluxe edition, which is essentially it is successfully backed, and it's a guide for running less um fantasy campaigns with less magic and more grit. This one is the companion to that. So it offers a bunch more stuff. So more monsters, magic items, downtime, and domain management. Um, so you've got in this Kickstarter, which has a lot of days to go, 23 still, but they've already surpassed their goal of around 1,000 US dollars. They're at 7,500 right now. So this companion to low fantasy gaming has 100 new monsters, 50 more minor charms, 40 plus major magical items. Okay, I guess they're like minor magical items, or no, like not so powerful, because it is supposed to be low fantasy. Or yeah, okay. My mind just imploded. Anyway, a perilous magic table. So it is less dark but not less dangerous variant of the original dark and dangerous magic table, which might better suit some game rules. So there's an alternative XP system as well. Um, Lots more unique features that add to your PC's customization. Downtime expansion. So, lots of ways for players to spend their downtime in a low magic setting. So, or a low fantasy setting, like black market trade, gambling, master forged items, pit fighting, professions, profiteering, and so on. There's domain management as well. So those of your PCs who like to build bases, this has something for them. So acquiring land, construction, law and order, domain events, and so on. So yeah, you can check it out if this sounds good to you. Um, Pledging 20 Australian or more, which is about $14 US, which is about, what is that? 20 AUS. Let's convert that. That is 718. So around 720 Philippine pesos. Wow. Cool. All right. So yeah, where was I? Yes. So for if you're in the Philippines, just around 100 around 720 pesos will get you the PDF for this. So you will also get drive through RPG print at cost codes for the low fantasy gaming companion color hardcover and softcover, and it ships to anywhere in the world. Awesome. All right, Dice Chuck. Yeah, you do what you gotta do. Sin says handle OOTA with care though. Lots of testy topics. What is OOTA? OOTA. What is OOTA? I'm not sure what OOTA is. Kindly enlighten me. Out of the abyss. Okay. Lots of testy topics. I see. Is that the sequel to Curse of Strahd? I'm guessing that's a sequel to Curse of Strahd. Or just another campaign, like a published adventure. Ah, it's a season 3 hardcover for D&D. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Speaking of hardcovers for D&D, the next one, as reported on nworld.org, there is a new cover. Actually, the true cover for the upcoming Eberron book, Rising from the Last War. So they had previously released a. It's a separate campaign. Thank you for clearing that up. So yeah, so there was a previous cover released when we first reported about Eberron Rising from the Last War. Apparently, this was a placeholder, and this is the true art, which is, yeah, they basically relegated that other thing to interior art, and this one to yeah, this is apparently the real art, but it looks real awesome though. It's a lot better than, I'd say it's a lot better than this one, because that Warforged doesn't look too intimidating. This one though, this one though, look at that. Let's zoom in. That is some pretty sick art. There's a Warforged with a cape. Must be some kind of spellcaster. Um, halfling with a boom, halfling from down under with a boomerang, and their velociraptor friend. But yes, so this was shown off um, by Jeremy Crawford and Greg Tito. So they decided to change the cover. They're going for a different cover for this book. They had the rare opportunity to change that because the files had not yet been sent to the printer. So when the book was announced, Crawford says they were still about a week out from sending the book to the printer, and they had a window of time to swap out the cover, which was actually something they'd been discussing for some time. Yeah. So they changed it to this one, designed by Wesley Burt. The painting was already in the book and was moved to the cover, while Ben Oliver's previous cover was moved to be the chapter opener for the first chapter, character creation. Talenta halflings with boomerangs ride velociraptors. Awesome. Oh yeah, this really is a warforged wizard apparently. It says there with their halfling companion in the demon wastes. What is that? I just noticed that thing up there. They're about to be lunch, I'm guessing. Okay, JP's calling in. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
How's your internet connection?
I don't know. You tell me. How do I sound?
You sound a lot better, actually.
Okay. Yeah. This is a much better. I'm actually in a co-working space again.
Okay.
So, and this one offers a free trial, so I'm not paying nothing.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Are you calling
So I'll
in on
call
Good
in
Fam
on.
too?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I'll call in on Grid Fam.
All right. Welcome back. It's back to
Thank
the small
you.
topic list for us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you prefer not having my face
I
there?
am kidding. I'm kidding. Of course. Of
Mm.
course, it's always more fun with you around. And,
Yes, so you
less
say.
painful for my mouth. This singao is killing
how
me, I
how is your?
swear.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that.
I'll let you handle the next couple of topics.
Yeah. Okay. Well, read up on them first while you handle whatever you were talking about before I called in.
Okay, there's JP. Wow, what space is this? Looks really neat.
This is a co-working space called Clock In.
Mm-hmm.
Clock in Ayala 30th Corporate Center.
Mm.
Their rates are a lot more reasonable than A Space at 89 pesos per hour or 500
Nice.
pesos for a day pass. And they
Nice.
offered a free trial for me because I'm a new customer and I've never been here before. So I'm trying out their services.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay, welcome
And
back.
like, I'm going to show you this. This is an actual like calling booth. I'm in a phone booth right now.
That is perfect. And
So
there's a light too. So
yeah,
you could,
exactly.
yeah, perfect for streaming.
Very. It's quite good. I can actually position the light down here too, so I can get a more direct lighting.
Yeah.
So there's not an obnoxious overhead
Yeah.
shadow casting that. So there you go.
Looks good, man.
Take off my glasses there.
All right. All
One thing I
right.
don't like about it though is they block Twitch and Restream and YouTube.
Oh,
So I can
the
only see you on Facebook.
okay.
Irony of
Irony of
ironies.
ironies.
The platform I hate the most. But yeah, here, let's close this. Let's get a little privacy. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Look at that. All right. All right. Now that you're behind
Hmm.
now that you're all set up, um yeah. Let's so yeah, we were just talking about the new art for the Ebron rising from the last war. So yeah, they just essentially switched the art around, like one of the interior stuff they decided to put on the cover. And the cover they moved to one of the first chapters of the book.
Okay, cool. I have on source book, so I cannot relate. But the light that I was positioning earlier just completely fell off of a wall.
Oh
So
shit.
I hope you don't charge me for that. Oh my goodness, everything is awesome. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
We're all
mm-hmm.
good. We're all good.
Yeah,
It's
we're all
all
good. We're all
yeah.
good.
Keep telling yourselves
There.
that.
Yes. it might become true if we keep saying it.
Yeah.
So, mm-hmm,
I hope you don't have
mm-hmm.
to pay for that light.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna take a picture of it, like, so that I can show it to you guys on Discord what the setup looks like.
Okay.
The light really fell off the wall.
Why would they block
There.
sites at a co-working space? They aren't your boss. Asks
Uh,
Eric.
it's possibly to prevent people from hogging bandwidth
Yeah.
because Twitch, YouTube, they're pretty bandwidth heavy and they're really just for video streaming. I'm gonna
Mhm.
check something real quick. Let's see if they block Netflix.
They probably do.
Yeah, it's blocked. Mm-hmm. So they just don't know that Facebook can also be used for video,
Mm-hmm. Well,
which is how
you know
I'm
what you
seeing
need
your screen right now. What do I need?
from to escape from this tyrannical, dictatorial rulership of
Mhm.
the internet at that co-working space.
Yeah, tell me how to escape from this hell I'm living.
You need you know, a miracle in the colors of red, pink, yellow, black, and blue.
Okay.
A Sentai team to come and kick their asses.
Didn't we report on this? We
No,
talked
this is
about this,
new.
right?
This is
This is
new.
brand new?
Yeah, it's only
Oh, wow.
23 days
Okay.
to go. So this is Henshin, a Sentai RPG deluxe book.
Henshin. Okay.
So this is oh, actually this might be uh is this? Oh no, this is their first game, yeah. So this is brand new. So, this is from Cave of Monsters Games and it's their first ever Kickstarter. Um they are looking to create a diceless story-forward tabletop RPG that is a love letter to all things Super Sentai. So, look at that. Let's play the video.
Hi, I'm Tim Baddick.
And I'm Sam Kusek. We're Cave of Monsters Games, and we're here to talk to you about our plan to create a book version of our Super Sentai
Now I'm on a delay.
tabletop game, Henshin, a
Right.
Sentai RPG.
2 years ago, we released a digital PDF of Henshin, and last year we made this.
I
and we
showed
sold
the
Henshin
picture, by
at
the way,
Power
in the
Morphicon.
Dicecast, in the
Fans
Discord.
have asked for a more
Oh,
comprehensive
so-
printed book.
Yeah, that's
so
how
why
I
we're
broke
here.
the lamp.
If you don't already know what Henshin is, or Sentai at all, it's a genre that follows a group of brightly colored heroes as they balance fighting to save the world and living their lives.
Should be
This is
okay.
primarily a genre that exists in Japan,
I
but
can
you might be
probably fix
familiar
it.
with American adaptations like
fix
Power
it.
Rangers or Big Bad Beetleborgs.
We both grew up loving this media and wanted to find a vehicle for telling stories in that vein. Gaming seemed like the right medium, but we couldn't find anything out there that really fit our needs, so we made something that's accessible and fun for all kinds of gamers.
All right, we'll pause it there and read the rest
Okay.
in the description. Dicestruck shares that the ultimate RPG he's seen for this sort of thing is called Cartoon Action Hour, a great RPG designed specifically for playing any 80s cartoon you want.
I think
Oh,
Dicecheck mentioned this in chat before.
Yeah. sounds
It's
familiar.
possible. It does sound familiar.
So yeah, we've got Henshin. So yeah, it's diceless, it's story forward, and it's a love letter to all things Super Sentai. So, it's already been available for 2 years as a digital PDF. They just want to produce a deluxe book. So we might have reported on this before.
Yeah, it sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
And it looks familiar too. We might have reported on it, and now they just have a physical book, right?
Yeah, like a deluxe physical book.
Mm.
Like I guess it's a hardcover, but
Okay.
we'll find out in a bit. So yeah, their goal is to collect all their published content, including new modules to expand on the resources that fans have asked for, and to publish everything as a 120-page plus paperback and ebook
Wow.
available for order on demand through Drive-Thru RPG. So they're aiming for 5,000 US to complete the comprehensive book, and it looks like they've already with 23 days ago they've made double that, more than double that, with 11,120 US dollars.
Yeah, dude, Sentai is a very, very, very popular genre.
Isn't Arvin
Oh.
into Sentai? Like really
Arvin would
into
be
Sentai?
super into this game. I was thinking of him the moment you brought up that screen. I was thinking, oh, Arvin would love this.
Oh, there we go. Dicecheck has sent a link to Drive-Thru for what he's used to pull off this kind of genre. It's called Cartoon Action Hour
Cartoon
Season
Action
3.
Hour.
You can check it out in chat if you're on Twitch. If you're with us on Twitch, check it out there.
Of course, they use a giant Autobot for the front cover. Rollout.
Maybe. Let's see what they've got. Let's see. So first of all, the pledges are $5 for Goodwill, but if you want the book, that's $15, which gets you an early access to download the PDF copy of the book through Drive-Thru RPG. Plus, your name was printed as a backer in the book, and yeah, it's estimated delivery at the start of the new year, January 2020. Let's see. What other information can we glean from this? Kamen Rider? I don't know. Is that part of this? Is that something you can do with this? I guess so. Like, Kamen Rider is still Super Sentai, right? Mask Rider? Isn't that right, JP?
I believe so. Me personally, I haven't really been exposed to a lot of Sentai series aside from Power Rangers when I was
Mhm.
still living in the States.
Mm-hmm.
But like after moving here, I didn't get into Master Rider, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, even the newer Power Rangers. It
Mhm.
just fell out for me. So I'm not the best person to ask regarding anything related to anime stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't. I. For me, it was just Power Rangers, a bit of Ultraman. That's it.
Hmm.
I didn't really go for Masked Rider or any of those other ones. But yeah, here's some modules. So Monster Freak is where players use the powers of classic movie monsters um, to protect their town from a far greater evil. There's Starface, where they're in a college town, have to balance personal lives, coursework, and defending the Earth from an intergalactic crime syndicate. There's Bug Camp, which is a love letter to summer camps and cryptid folklore, in which heroes use the power of insects and nature to defend Earth's lush forests. And two additional Kickstarter exclusives. There's Feral Arms, where it's a post-apocalyptic setting where you've got ancient animal spirits and you want to take on monsters born of pollution in order to restore humanity. Um, and Dino Brawl, ooh, which is an ode to 90s Saturday morning cartoons in which organized combat takes over the mean city streets, and it's up to the heroes to use dinosaur powers to wrestle back order from masked villains. Nice. All right. What are their stretch goals? Oh, there you go. The Minion. For the $10,000 stretch goal, which they've already hit. I guess they just haven't checked it off on the image yet. Oh, why did it scroll up? You've got Rider Konshu game. So fans have been asking for Kamen Rider inspired hacks of Henshin, and so this is it. So core mechanics are familiar to the fans of that of Kamen Rider, and the game would run like a module with a ready to play setting, explanation of new mechanics, and playbooks for the three riders and three supports, as well as plot hooks for multi-session play. They've got all their bases covered. Yes, looks like it. They are true fans. So there you go. If this sounds good to you, then yeah, you know where to find it. You can find the link again in our over on our spreadsheet. Yeah, for today's topics, we're trying. You think we can have the dice bot JP plug the spreadsheet when you do table talk?
Yeah, we can do that. You can. I can just plug in a command that you can just type
Yeah.
exclamation point something exclamation point
To get the
save
spreadsheet link.
topics to get the spreadsheet link. Anyone can do it.
There you go.
So actually, here, let me do that now. That's a good idea.
Yeah. So we don't have to keep spamming the link, right?
Right.
Right. Awesome. I had a good idea. Woohoo.
Yeah, you did. I mean, it's almost as if we partnered on this together for a reason, huh?
um
Sorry if I was a little quiet earlier while you were discussing the
No
previous
problem,
topic.
no
I was
problem.
reading ahead so that I can
Yeah.
help you out with the next topics as well. And now I'm doing a new bot command.
I'm sorry.
No, it's a good idea, and it's really easy to do. Actually, I can talk you through
Oh,
it right now.
oh,
I'm on streamelements.com/dashboard
hang on.
dot slash bot
D Minion has the perfect,
Mhm. Command.
not segue, the perfect
Oh,
time filler.
okay.
D Minion asks, speaking of other systems, have we tried the L5R engine yet? Haven't really read it yet.
Have we tried it?
So JP isn't a fan.
Mm. No, I'm a
Um,
fan. I'm a fan. It's so funny because I mean, no, we haven't really
we
tried it
haven't
per
talked
se.
about it in a while too.
We've just been living it. This how this
L5R
is
is the
you.
first game
L5R
that
is
got us
you.
together. That
Yeah.
got our gaming group together in college, really. So I mean, we tried D&D first, but then eventually we stuck with L5R. We were such big fans of it. It would be either me or another friend of ours GMing L5R. So I've been a big fan of L5R all the way back to the first edition of the RPG. I ran it in person online, like on a website, which is essentially like an L5R 24-hour chat mega game.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds lame when I put it that way, like super weeb, but yeah, it was
Not
pretty
weeb.
weeb. Um,
Okay, maybe it's a little weeb.
it was the system. Like I would often tweak the setting, actually, to L5R. I didn't like how I didn't like how you all had the same name, family name,
Mm.
for instance. Like I got the clan thing, but it kind of annoyed me, like that there were so many doji what's his faces, right? Like I liked it when they introduced vassal families, and then you had a bit more variety in family names. But I loved the system. I loved classic L5R system, mostly because of how races worked. So in the classic system, it's a dice pool system. So it's D10. You total it. You total your D10 dice pool to see if you overcome a target number. But what you could do is you could bid. You could raise a target number for added effect. So let's say your target number was 15, which is the standard difficulty in the old L5R editions, and you had let's say a standard roll would be rolling 5d10 but keeping 3. Okay, so that you had a fair chance of making that 15. Let's say that you wanted to do additional damage or have an additional effect, you could raise that target number 15 by increments of 5, so you could bid to overcome a TN of 20 instead. That's what I loved about classic L5R, because um yeah, like you could it just felt very daring, very very swashbuckly, right? Like very epic samurai, like you don't just get higher target numbers, it's you wanting, having the guts to bid higher and deal with the fallout if you don't make the roll. um that's a huge difference between the classic system and the new one, because in the new one there's no bidding. It's a lot more in line with Genesis, where you have additional effects other than success or failure. So you get things like in Genesis you have advantage, disadvantage, or no, I think it's opportunity and disadvantage. You have boosts and stuff like that. It's kind of similar. So yeah, you're no longer bidding. There's no more bidding mechanic really, which was a disappointment. But I still kind of like it. I like some things that they did, not everything, but yeah.
Although a lot of the reason why you like it, Mark, is not necessarily the mechanics, though they are unique in many aspects. But you particularly like the I don't want to say the setting because it's not even that. You like
Samurai drama.
the
I'm a
the
weeb.
ideal. You like
Oh,
are. Like it's not about exploration or combat or you like the whole character drama aspect of L5R.
yeah,
That's what you're into.
yeah. That's what I'm into. That's why I have books like this here. Bushido by Inazo Nitobe.
Just within reach
just within reach of my
at any
computer.
given moment.
So like to help, always been helpful with constructing like samurai drama and getting in that mindset. So it's a big reason why
Mhm.
also like I keep on coming back to the idea of wanting to do my own samurai RPG. You know.
So we have the topics command up now. If you type !topics, you'll be able to get the link to
There
Tabletalk
you go.
topics.
Oh, scroll the topics list down. Am I
Oh,
behind
why?
on that?
What did you goof?
Oh, I forgot to scroll down.
Okay.
There we
Yeah.
go.
You
There we
remember
go.
how?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Good, 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 good.
Thank you for the reminder, Lishcasts. Let's catch up with the chat. So yeah, that is the big difference between the classic system and the new version. Races are gone. And the dice are proprietary. They're symbolic. Which I like. I like how FFG does that. I'm not one of those. I'm a proponent for those kinds of dice game systems. I
Mhm.
love them. Um, yeah, the next two topics are heavy, so I hope JP's read ahead.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
I'm sorry I
You
left
gave me
these
the
to you.
topics that are really okay.
I'm gonna take a break. I'll
They
be back, guys. JP, you
they
got
can
this.
be as heavy or as light as you want them to be. But yeah, let me see what do you have on screen right now? Because I can't control
Oh yeah,
what's
I'll move
being
it.
showcased.
I'll go ahead.
Okay. Hi, hi. Thanks. Yeah, take a break first.
I'm gonna get water. Be right back.
All right, guys. All right, guys. Okay. So the next two topics are pretty heavy in the sense that depending on where you stand on the whole um, consent versus just natural, I guess, emergent role playing is, you might have a difference of opinion. But of course, we respect opinions as long as they are intelligently defended and put forth. So whatever opinions you may have, go ahead and feel free to share them in the chat. You're willing and ready to defend yourself if it comes to that. All right, I'm just going to leave it at that. That is my disclaimer for how I'm going to moderate chat these next couple of topics. So jumping into the first one, we see that there's a new drive-through RPG product. I don't know when this was uploaded and when this was made available to sell, because again, this isn't my topic list. This is Mark's, so I was just reading it now. I saw what I had to tackle. So here we go. Consent in gaming. What is this? This is not an adventure. This is not a new module or anything like that. It's actually kind of a different resource book, you can call it. When it comes to RPG gaming, it's not really something that you see often done in a publication manner, but you've seen examples of something like this. Uh, for example, with what's the name? What's that called again? Sword
Sword Dream.
slash dream, asterisk dream,
Yeah.
right? So that's an example of this. And what this is a set of guidelines. It's a set of strategies that you can use to make sure that everyone at your table is comfortable and has a good experience and has their expectations set, even when the game that you're playing might not be all roses and flowers and and rated G or PG content. Okay. So that said, that the fact that this exists at all, or that the fact that it has to exist, sucks. I hate that we are now in a time in RPG gaming where we need to explicitly state shit like this. There was a time, a golden year, a golden period of gaming where everyone understood that
To not be
things
assholes.
no, and assholes who bring up asshole topics can just be kicked out of the table with knowing that they brought this upon themselves. But now that we live in a world where where definitions are nebulous and people are nebulous and self-identity is nebulous, and you can never really know the person behind the screen or even the person behind the face that they put forward, something like this becomes necessary. So that's what I have to say about that. I haven't looked at chat yet, so let me see what I've talked myself into. Scrolling back, okay. Lichcast says, "Oh, Mark. Oh, wow. The next two topics / salute JB. Okay, yes. Thank you for that. Thank you for the support. The release of Monty Cook consent book and the negative reception by a lot of people on Twitter really engorged my block list. I can see about Thursday or so last week was when it was released. Okay, this is free. Okay, cool.
It's free.
Isn't that what a session 0 is for? Asks Dominion. Yes, that is what a session 0 is for. And also, there was a time when session 0s were not necessary because you knew who you were playing with. But now we need session 0s. We need consent guidelines. We need just general human decency fucking guidelines. Like, do we have to fucking put the 10 commandments in front of everyone's player's handbook so that people know not to be a goddamn asshole when they play a game? I don't know. Lichcast says, I feel like inside they also cover concessions for what you can do if someone makes a mistake, and that it is good to make sure the person who made the mistake doesn't feel isolated. That's important because you don't want to have a person feel ostracized for what they believe
Yeah.
to be was a simple mistake.
For effing
right?
up.
You
Yeah.
don't for effing up. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't feel like they were an asshole on purpose, right?
Right.
So unless they obviously were. If they were, then you just kick him out of the table. I'm going to leave it at that. Dice Chuck says, JP needs this book for his vampire cheerleaders from Hell Country. You know, I might need this book just to update my old ass mind on how to interact with people who I'm not familiar with, because honestly, a lot of things about making sure that people are comfortable at the table, I take for granted because I'm admittedly very old school minded when it comes to role playing. I guess you can call me conservative in the sense that there's a refusal or not refusal. There is
Reluctance.
difficulty or a reluctance in me to accept change in in how to run my games because I am in a very comfortable. I have a very set comfort zone in the way that I run games, and it's kind of R-rated in that sense, or maybe M-rated is the word. I don't know. What would you say, Mark? The way I run games, you've been a player in a couple of my games already. It doesn't get too obscene.
No, it's not. Yeah,
but I
It's-
let people do. I let people get away with some pretty dark shit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
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 Like some people want to murder hobo, and you're fine with that.
Yes.
Essentially.
And they're fine with that. Case in point, the last session that I ran, which was Kevin, I don't know his last name, I'm sorry, but our guest Kevin's first time to play D&D ever, they were doing some pretty graphic shit to the enemies that they were encountering.
Yeah.
Thankfully it didn't devolve into like fucking teabagging or
Or Fortnite dancing.
if you do a Fortnite dance in my game, I'm kicking you out. No, I'm just kidding. It didn't devolve into anything too graphic. All right. There wasn't anything that someone did that impeded someone else's freedoms or intentionally caused or intentionally was done to cause disturbance in the force,
Right.
okay, or disturbance in morality. So I'm thankful that at least most of the players that I have ever dealt with in my entire life were decent in that regard.
Right.
But I do recognize that sometimes some players will come to the table with conceptions or issues or discomforts that I am not prepared to deal with because I've
Right.
never had to encounter it. And that might be a reason enough for me to have to look into getting a guidebook such
To read up.
book
Yeah.
group. Yeah, I might have to start opening up, getting out of my comfort zone to help accommodate people whose comfort zones are even smaller or even less open than mine.
Right.
Right.
like on the flip side, it's also like not all gaming tables or gaming groups are lucky in the sense that I don't know,
Yes.
maybe like we've just been lucky enough to be able to filter out mostly, the worst of the worst assholes that can show up at the gaming table. Like I guess we've been lucky in that regard, but not all gaming
Hmm.
tables or gaming groups um have had that luck. And yeah, like it's also a consequence of the hobby like really getting larger and more people taking it
Yes.
up. And so it happens. Some
I mean,
like
that's one aspect of it. The other aspect is that now that there's just so many different kinds of personalities out there now. Before the other, the concept of other was a lot more easy to grasp. Now there are spectrums out there and varieties on different spectrums, which are just so hard to understand,
mhm, mhm.
eh, let alone accept in some cases. But
Yeah.
they're there.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why we have to always just keep remembering to check ourselves, to understand perspectives that
Yeah.
are wildly and vastly different,
Right.
which
Right.
is, I'm not happy that this has to exist, but we are in that place now, and not just in gaming, but in politics, whether that be governmental politics or even just gender politics, in in oh god, even in schools. You've probably, as a school teacher yourself, in a school that's what's the term, open,
Inclusive.
inclusive, right?
Mhm.
In an inclusive school, you've probably encountered parents who were not quite okay with the fact that their kids are being put in the same class as a special needs kid,
Yeah.
even though it's in the name of the school that they're an inclusive school,
Yeah.
right? It's all over. It's not just in gaming. But I think the fact that there's a lot of people angry that it is in gaming is telling. You know, it's this kind of change is unavoidable, um, and it's not really. I mean, I don't even know if you can call it a change because it's been there the whole time. It's just that
Right.
now it's coming. It's coming into. It's coming out of the woodwork and into. Uh,
Yeah, like
but
Eric said, like the needs always existed.
the needs have always existed.
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
that yeah, people are just starting to, I guess, to call it out, to
Yeah.
um it's yeah, like the
The
just
needs have
voice
always
out.
existed, but
Yeah.
people have always also been able to avoid addressing the needs because they were able to play in these tight knit games or close minded games where they could just stick with their
Yeah.
like minded close minded friends who didn't have to ever address these needs. I'm calling myself out in this case because I fall into that category. I've never ever had to encounter a player who has a trauma related to their gender or related to their life experience.
Right.
I've never had to GM or even play under a GM who has had those kinds of uh, um, life experiences and special needs and triggers, so to speak. So I recognize that that is something that I need to, you know,
Yeah.
update myself with.
Yeah.
It's still uncomfortable though because I'm coming out of my comfort zone to do this. So I can see both sides of the camp. I can understand where either side of the camp are coming from, where their passions lie, and
Right.
where all of the kickback is coming from. And I can see why people like Eric are padding their block list to when they're seeing different reactions from different people.
Right.
Um, but I'm still trying to come to grips with how to how to react myself, you know,
Yeah.
with these things.
I think
That's what I will say about that.
I think the so just to give an overview of what this published document is about. It's designed to be a resource on consent in gaming, but it's not meant to be a comprehensive document on the topic, as it says in the book.
Mhm.
There's lots of ways to accomplish a safe, supportive, and inclusive group at the gaming table. But ultimately, like it rests with the people willing to to put in the work into understanding others. And sometimes, like, I get what Dice is saying. Like, a lot of it is common sense, common sensibility, like, common manners, right? That yeah, it's easy to say don't be a dick, don't be an
Yeah.
asshole, but some people, I guess, might not. On one side, might not know how to explain the nuances of don't be a dick and don't be an asshole. And on the
Hmm.
other side, some people might need a little more convincing, when they're told don't be a dick and don't be an asshole because this and this and this and this. So,
And some people's definitions of a dickish move or an asshole move
mhm,
are different from other people's definitions
yeah.
of a dickish move or an asshole move.
So yeah, like just things. I guess things have come to a point where
Mm,
like with because you can publish this for free on a place like Drive Through RPG, where the target audience can just download it and learn for free. Why not? Right? Why not?
fuck.
Yeah.
I don't I know that there's not going to be a way to satisfy both camps at the same
Welcome,
time.
Santagoy.
This is why compromise is a word that
Yeah.
exists, right? But I just wish that there was a little more effort from all sides to understand and empathize. That's I is that a lot to ask as a whole? I don't know.
Yeah. I
I don't
mean,
know.
it's the same as navigating any other social, you know, um, social what environment, social
Mm.
uh the game. I mean, the gaming table isn't any different. I guess the only thing is that gamers being gamers, you put rules. It's like, it makes more sense. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's why you don't need the X card. You don't need veils and what's it called, lines and veils. Really, if it's already understood, if you're working with a group and you guys already understand, you know that just don't be like this or like that for the
Hmm.
sake of this person or that person at the table. Like, let's not go into that thing. But yeah, like, all these things do, I would say, is put it in a format that can be used, if like in a game if need be, and in a format that the target audience gets. That's what I think, this is about, really. Like, this document.
Yeah.
So the topic, for the benefit of those of you who've just joined, right? The topic is, we're currently talking about the Monty Cook Games, newly released Consent in Gaming.
Right.
Yeah, document. Let's catch
It
up in
was
chat.
yeah, we should. There's a lot of people have been talking about what we were talking about, and I think there are some good points to glean from this.
Yeah, let's share those. Let's go ahead and read those out.
So Eric says, this is the last that I read, at least. Eric thinks that the need has always existed and that predators have always preyed upon the nice people of the RPG community, but only recently people have found the strength to call out all the broken stairs. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot more self-empowerment now, what with social media and communities finding each other online that share similar life experiences and similar, I don't want to say traumas because, well, maybe you can say traumas, similar traumas, and find support with each other. So it's great that people are being able to reach out and be more vocal about it. I don't understand though why there's a lot of kickback against that.
Just
You
yeah,
know,
I guess that's
it's
the bigger
like,
problem. Like,
hmm,
in my opinion, like, why we're just asking for for people to not be dicks. So why are you getting mad about asking for people to not be dicks?
To be fair, there are personalities and figures out there who kind of weaponize this. I think a recent one in video gaming. I'm more aware of this
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
happening in video games rather than in
In
RPG gamings
RPGs and
because
tabletop.
I'm more up to date and I have my ear to the ground closer with video game news. Something that happened recently was Jeremy Soule,
Right,
the
composer.
composer of Skyrim and a lot of
Yeah.
other Bethesda game music. There was an
Oh my
article that
gosh.
came out saying that he raped a person who worked under him. And there was research done by other independent journalists who found a lot of holes in this author's story, but the damage had been done.
Yeah.
Whether or not Jeremy Soule is guilty of that crime, people
It doesn't matter
will
at this point.
associate. Yeah, it doesn't matter. People will associate him with that
Yeah.
crime, and it's kind of ruined his reputation. Bethesda no longer will work with him. It's Inon Zur who's going to be composing the music for Elder Scrolls 6 now. Yeah, this kind of thing can be weaponized, and we have to be observant of both realities, whether someone is doing it with nefarious purposes or not, whether someone is calling out other individuals legitimately or not.
Yeah.
That is another thing that we have to be mindful of, and maybe that is what a lot of people are angry about,
Or
and go so far
yeah.
as to assume that every little bit of criticism or trauma sharing or comfort, seeking solace with people with like-minded or like life experiences, it's not all bad. It's not all. We're not all going to change how you've enjoyed the game that you hold so dear for
Just
your entire life
just because of that. Yeah.
just because we're talking
That's
about new things.
yeah. That's true.
Anyway, that was one that was one chat topic. Let's move on. Fuck, there's so much to talk about. I hate this. I love it, but I hate it. Dominion says get away with or starting the consequences of an overarching plot point. Yeah, none of my players that I've ever had to deal with in the past were that disruptive. Actually, I've been quite lucky as a GM.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Mark? Have you ever had to deal with players who were everything?
Uh I would say from my experiences on Five Rings Online, uh yeah, like I've run into all sorts. Thankfully they were not it wasn't in person. Yeah, Five Rings Online was chat based and forum based, so it's pretty easy to, to boot them out when things got disruptive. I had, a digital boot that could
Yeah,
send them on their way.
it's
Um,
it's a double-sided sword, playing digital games, as it opens it up to a lot of new people, but
mhm,
it opens it up to a lot of new people too.
yeah. So yeah. Like I guess I've not been so lucky in that sense. I mean, but I guess it just means I've been more exposed.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
so too. I've only ever DM'd stuff in person,
and with
so
mostly with friends or people you know.
and mostly with people I already know. Yeah.
Yep. So there's that filter
Uh,
already.
yes. Dicechuck says I simply try very, very hard to never be offended by anyone that offends me by accident or on accident or by accident. What is
Mm-hmm.
the proper phrasing there? Is it on
By
accident or by
by
accident? By accident, but then you say on purpose or by purpose.
accidentally. Fuck
There
it.
you go.
Accidentally.
If there is no intent to offend, then why should I be upset? Not just in gaming, but in life in general. That's a good and optimistic outlook to
Yeah.
have. You're a glass half full
Yeah.
kind of person, I think, Dicechuck.
I mean, like both ways, right? Like if everyone understands that it wasn't intentional, right?
Yes.
Or both the aggrieved and the offending party. Like, oh, sorry, bro. Like, yeah, it's cool, bro. it's
Hmm.
that's all that needs to happen.
Yeah. I'd take it a step further and say that something else that needs to happen is to be able to let the person know that, hey, that's kind of not cool, and the other
Yeah,
person
yeah.
should be
Speak up.
okay with
That's
receiving
all. I mean, not that's
criticism.
all, but yeah. Like speaking up is important. That's
It,
you gotta.
yeah, you need to speak up, but I also in the ideal world, the person who was corrected would also accept that.
Yeah.
And not just be taken aback and say, whoa, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah. No, you see, okay, so yeah, we're agreed on that, right? Like you gotta be able to compromise both ways, right? Now,
Yes.
the reason why like these things, like a session zero, like establishing expectations, establishing what lines not to cross, like you already have that conversation beforehand, and it's preventative.
Mm-mm.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So,
It's
yeah.
preventative. Okay, moving on. Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr both just recently did Netflix specials on this sort of thing. I did watch the Dave Chappelle one. I love
Yeah.
specials for that. That's why I'm not going to be able to quit Netflix. The comedy specials and some of the Netflix originals are good enough for me to want to stay subscribed.
Well, yeah,
Dave's special at
Avatar
one point.
is a big reason.
Oh, right.
Avatar
Fuck,
is a huge
Avatar.
reason.
Mm.
I was saying that I'd go full like Disney Plus, but I just remembered like Avatar. God.
You want to just double up on one Netflix subscription? Dave's
We
special at
should
one
do
point,
that.
and with thousands of reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, had 0% with critics and 99% with audiences. So there is a wide amount and broad degree of polarization on these That's a very good point. Yeah. Dave is even some of the topics of his stand-up is so funny because he has to dedicate an entire segment of his skit about how he never means to be offensive, but people always take a
Yeah, no, like
from
it's interesting how Chappelle phrases his jokes in the recent specials, right? Like he kind of already um puts it out there this is the group that's going to be offended by this joke, and then he goes on
you
with the joke.
people.
Yeah, like you people, and then he goes to the joke. And then yeah, so like, but also like it's really good how he does his jokes. Like
Yeah.
it's never in poor taste, I would say.
No.
Like it's really poking fun at his inability to, his shortcomings in terms of dealing um with certain topics, right? And then that he expands the joke from there. Anyway, Chappelle's awesome.
I love it. Oh God. Eric says, if there's no intent to offend and people are willing to apologize and compromise for each other, we can work things out. Agreed. Dominion says, I guess JB said it best. This is something as a hobby expands and the game state shows that more people come from all walks of life to make new friends and meet new people. Common sense is not common. It's technically a superpower. I think some RPG systems have common sense as a very expensive train in character generation.
I think that's
yeah, agreed. I would like to know what RPG systems have that, because I have not personally seen common sense as an ability that you can train, but that would be pretty cool to implement. Santagoy is here. Hello, Nico. New background. What are you guys talking?
Oh, your
what
background.
Are you guys talking to each other?
No,
Oh,
JB's
my
in a
background?
co-working space. He's not at home.
Yes,
He's in a co-working
I am
space.
in a co-working space again.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to ditch Mark, and I miss streaming. Eric says some people think that words have less effect on people than words do is also a problem. Yeah, words can hurt. Part of why I prefer more positive action lists over don't be a dick. Tell people be someone other people are happy to game with. That's a good.
That's a good way. That's a good way to put it. Like be proactive with it, right? Like not. Yeah. I mean,
Santagoy asks, "What's JP's bugbear? What does that mean?
What's
What is
bugging
that a
you?
reference
Like,
to?
why are you stressed?
Oh, what's bugging me? Yeah, what's bugging me is me. I don't like how uncomfortable I feel when faced with these topics that Mark just put in front of me. So it's entirely a me issue. Dicechuck says, our prime minister here has drawn a ton of both support and criticism for legislation to force pronouns into the culture. Force pronouns into the culture?
Ah.
What is he doing? Interesting. I've not heard this. The whole thing is in flux right now, says Dicechuck. Eric says the weaponization narrative is interesting though because you have people like Randy Pritchford,
right,
who is very protected from being called out. What you end up by mostly highlighting the times. What you end up by mostly highlighting the times when the accusations are wrong is make it already much harder for people to step forward than it already is. It's important to discuss that sometimes the accusations can be dangerous, but bringing it up during a highly controversial consent topic is maybe not the right timing.
Right. I think though, yeah, like it is good to be aware of both sides though.
See, this is why I have such a hard time with it, because there's all these rules and eggshells that I need to step over and step on and learn to become a savvy, politically correct navigator. To fucking, it's so hard. It takes a lot of effort, not just common sense, because like what
It's
Dominion
not,
says,
yeah.
common sense is not common. The best I can do is to try and be empathetic, which is I think which is I think lacking in a lot of circles and a lot of minds right now.
Mm-hmm.
Dominion says a new world of darkness has common sense as a trait. Really? You've played NWAD, right, Mark?
Not as much as not enough to make me be able to quote traits and advantages from memory.
Well, Eric confirms
Yeah.
that it is an expensive ability that exists in some versions of World of Darkness. Or you could deflect and blame Mark for my bugbears.
Yeah.
It's
Why
what
did I
always
choose these topics? I swear. Why did I throw JP under the bus?
No, it's okay. It's fine that these topics are in there. It's
Yeah.
not fine that I came in unprepared.
I think it's it's not just like table talk isn't just about us. Like it's fun talking about these things with you guys, like we learn lots too. That's why we love having you guys in chat, participating, sharing your opinions. Not even on, like moral stuff like this, but also like with actual game mechanics, actual games. Like um we're not experts on, tabletop RPGs, not even like D&D or L5R. Like we love the hobby, and a lot of you guys in the chat are have a lot more expertise than us. So it's like whenever chat is active, like we're as happy as can be. We're learning stuff from you guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. These are very important topics from the
Yeah,
last
they
week,
are.
says Eric.
I agree.
Yes.
So yes, if you want to read this, you know what to do. You can. Is it exclamation topics? Exclamation topic. What's the command?
Exclamation topics.
So I'll demonstrate and chat. I'll do it over on Twitch.
On Discord, Rachel saying, "Hey, Rachel, you're listening in, blah. Cool. I think it matters that you understand that even if it is difficult for you, that doesn't mean it needs to be removed from the way people do things if it helps people have a voice or be protected from abuse, etc., etc." No, that's not something that I have been contending at all. The difficulty that I have understanding is, or rather, the difficulty that I have with coping with these things is the fact that it has to exist at all. I would like to believe that the world is better than it is, and that people can be better than they are. And that applies to whatever situation that person finds themselves in. And breaks my brain sometimes how people can do the mental gymnastics that they do to rationalize why someone
Can be shitty.
can be shitty, rationalize why their actions are in their mind not only justified,
Yeah.
but the right thing, the right course of action to take.
Right. Right though.
Yeah.
So yeah, like if you check out this document, like there are some handy tools. Like there's a consent checklist. If like essentially, like I mentioned earlier, like a lot of this, it's trying to help, like give you tools. It's not prescriptive, but it's like it's a way to kind of help you navigate the tricky waters. What JP says, like he has trouble navigating this, and if ever this came up, if ever it came up, I would say that these are some handy tools to have, because yeah, it gives you a good idea of like topics that might be sensitive to others and stuff like that. There are methods like resources like the X card, the TTRPG safety toolkit, and so on. And yeah, I think Eric mentioned that there's a chapter in here on what to do, like for the offending party, right? Like you don't.
Mhm.
It's I can't find it though, that section, but basically yeah, it does it doesn't advocate um shutting the door on like an offending player, but it's really a way for people to navigate if you run into like these tricky situations. It just offers a way for you to figure out, and for everyone to call to find peace and to kind of um just be cool to each other if you're ever lost on how to do that. That's pretty much it. Recovering from a consent. There we go. Yeah, so I think it's this one. So yeah, just it's worth a read if you've ever run into these situations. So
I'm afraid to open my mouth sometimes, honestly, when we're talking about things like this, because I don't want it's so easy for misunderstanding to come when it when I don't filter it behind typing or writing down words.
mhm. No, it's perfectly understandable. Like I get. Yeah, I was just there. I get where you're coming from. I've
Hmm.
I can be super awkward as well, and yeah, careless with words, but I think the important thing is to discuss. That's the important thing. To discuss and to understand and to just, find out where you stand on things and where people stand on things. And that's a good place to start.
Catching up with chat. Eric says it's called recovering from a consent mistake.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
name of the?
That's the
That's
name
the
of the
name of the
section.
resource.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the chapter in the thing.
Mm. Dominion says, to be fair, that checklist can be useful for a session 0, though. At least there's a
Yes.
checklist to run through, and the GM doesn't have to come up with it
Yes.
beforehand or on the spot. Rachel says, unfortunately, this needs to exist for a really, really long time. Like, if you talk to a lot here in the Philippines, and I'm sure not just in the Philippines, you will get a lot of horror stories on abuse.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it exists as a healthy discourse now for communities everywhere, that it becomes commonplace to even talk about it in streams, etc. But like I said, sometimes I'm afraid of opening my big fat privileged mouth because I might say something that people take offense on without meaning it. Rachel says, I like this bot channel. This is over on Discord. On Discord, we have a bot now that moves all of the chat to there,
Right.
which I put there because I don't like not having a history or a chat log
Yeah.
that's easily accessible, and it pulls in chat from all of the services, from Twitch, from Mixer. Is Mixer still up? I have to fix Mixer, by the way.
Yeah, pictures.
YouTube and Facebook, so
Yeah.
it works well there. Um,
So yeah, join our Discord.
yeah, join our
It's
Discord.
handy.
Discord.
We put
You
in a
know
lot
what?
of
We
work
have,
on it.
and this fucking link works now out here because I'm very, very proud of it. Dicecast.show/Discord. This works. So just if you click on that,
Yes.
it goes to our thing.
No more Mark creating new invite links.
Yeah. It's the simplest. Like, any web admins out there will know that this is the simplest thing to fucking do, but it just took us a forever amount of time for me to get to it because of, well, because of reasons.
Because of reasons.
Hmm.
We can leave the last two topics, I guess, for next week.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
kind of
2:30.
yeah, it's
You
2:30.
tired?
I'm kind of tapped
You
out.
have to rest your mouth,
I have to
man.
rest my
You did
mouth.
a lot. You had a lot of mouth gymnastics that caused an injury in there. Stop sucking dick. Nah, he has a sing out. He has a really big sing out, and it hurts just thinking about it. Like when I hear about other people having sing outs in their mouth, I feel it.
Dude. I would show it. It's it's like it's like Jupiter. It's like
Oh
the big
wow.
red spot. But yeah, I will
Okay.
spare you guys and save my dignity also. um yeah, it hurts like a fucker.
So
Yeah.
just to breeze, let's just breeze through it real quick. I'll do it. I'll breeze through it. You can save your saliva. Here. So the next topic is Kickstarter. Apparently, are dicks because they are supposed to be a public benefit corporation, but apparently they got caught letting go or relieving two or firing two Kickstarter employees because of performance issues, and that the company's usual processes had not been followed. And this doesn't look good for Kickstarter at all. The optics aren't great, and some projects or some companies running projects on Kickstarter have decided to put a pause or to pull out their projects from Kickstarter entirely. An
Yes.
example is Evil Hat Games,
Fate.
which had Fate published on Kickstarter.
Hmm.
So they are encouraging people to start a union um, called Kickstarter United to to keep working on their games and keep crowdfunding their games on alternative platforms
Yeah.
because Kickstarter is bad apparently, and
Actually, let me help you out there. So actually, Kickstarter United is not advocating for jumping ship from Kickstarter because it's
oh
still,
really?
yeah, like
Hmm.
it's still ongoing. Like they are not encouraging people to leave Kickstarter or to cancel their projects in Kickstarter because yeah, I think like it's still an ongoing conversation internally. So
Sure.
yeah,
Well, yeah, and there's
but there
actually a
are
lot of
alternatives.
inconvenience as well to the people who the innocent people who are just wanting to back a project because they think it's cool. They are
Right.
outside of all of this controversy, so why should they be affected by it? So yeah, they should not pull their projects out of Kickstarter. It would be like an
Yes.
epic exclusive happening in the video game industry, pulling out games from the Steam store because they got shown a lot
Yikes.
of moolah from Epic Games. That's kind of the analog, the imperfect analog that I'm throwing here. So yeah, the only ones
It's a good
getting hurt
pitch.
are the people who wants to play the game or who want to buy or support the project.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they shouldn't pull out, but they might want to consider for their next projects or upcoming unlisted projects so far to
Especially if the
try,
situation doesn't improve.
especially if the situation doesn't improve, to try looking at
Yes.
like Indiegogo or GameOnTabletop.com.
First time checking out Game on Tabletop, it looks like there's a lot of like European stuff on it, but not so much yet.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's like it's pretty snazzy and it's like really meant for tabletop funding.
Okay,
So
and then the
something to check
last
out.
topic on the list was Root. Root, the tabletop role-playing game quick start, is now available on the Drive-Through RPG. And if you don't recall, we talked about Root before. It was that really cool-looking,
Board game.
very very fun-looking board game where you play as woodland creatures. In fact, the game is called. It is based on that game. It is
Yes.
based on that board game. So now you have a role-playing game based on that. There, that's the topic. If you want it, you can get it for free on Drive-Through RPG. And let's catch up with chat real quick. Um, Rachel is saying it's understandable, JP. I also understand that with voice it is much harder. Thank you. Thinks that everyone is just trying their best and that is not a problem. No one will take it against you when you're trying to digest it. Dominion says when we're friends, I think our filter takes a backseat automatically. I know mine does, and mine does as well. I can
Dude.
relate
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah. The D&D campaign
Um,
I run for
mhm.
the D&D campaign I've been running for the past few months. It is it's benign. I would like to say it's benign murder hoboing. It's it's murder hoboing with the noblest of intentions. It gets a bit
Holy
graphic.
shit. Dude, that reminds me. If you were to turn our Divinity Original Sin 2 save game into a D&D campaign, holy fuck. We're just fucking evil. We're
Yeah,
not even, we're chaotic
we're not
evil.
good.
I'm chaotic
We're
evil.
not
I
playing
have
good
convinced
characters.
your character. I have convinced your character to adopt a kill first, ask questions later mentality.
All in the name of the
So
loots.
yeah, all in the name of the loots and the EXP. Santagoy says, "Behold, I am here too. I am the Alpha and Omega." He says that over in the Discord chat, where he has moved on over, it seems, permanently. Rachel says on Discord, "Hey, even if you say something offensive, it's easy to just bring it up with you. That already makes the stream an easier place to be than a lot of spaces elsewhere." I'm glad you feel that way,
Thank
and
you.
we put a lot of effort into making sure that this space, this stream, is would you classify it as a safe space, Mark?
Yeah.
Are we taking those efforts and precautions to make people feel like they can say what they want here
Yes, I
and
would
not
say
feel
I
judged by it?
yeah. Like I try to keep. I mean, like I I would love to, yeah, for people to just be themselves, like,
Yeah.
and without, of course, without stepping on other people's toes. Like, just
And
be cool.
if we or I, because I know Mark would probably never accidentally do this, but if I make you feel uncomfortable when we're addressing your topics here in chat or the things that you say here in chat, then do let me know, and I will try my best to adjust. The same is true, I assume. I'm speaking for Mark, but I don't think it's going to be a problem for him because we can chill.
Sure. Good lord, man. Like, I run my
And
mouth
then
too.
Santagoy says, "I just got here." Yeah, you did. Dice Check says it's 3:30 a.m. there. Yeah, it is. Damn, we really keep you guys up, huh? Sorry for that. What time is it
It's
in? Yeah, it's
it's
3:30 in
3:30.
Nosco.
Yeah, in Nosco.
Just to let everyone else know, if you're interested, it is 11:30 in is 2:30 a.m. in New York. It's 7:30 a.m. in London. It is 3:30 p.m. in Tokyo, and it is 4:30 p.m. in Sydney. So if you are anywhere in the world, good morning, good evening, and good day to you. That is the end of our stream. Unless there's something that we missed, is there anything else that we need to call out or remind people about? Or I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't hear back from our prospective partnership proposal with company name shall not be named here. So they're not going to get a shout out
Right.
today.
Next time.
Maybe next time. Maybe
Yeah.
next stream. But yeah, rest up, Mark. Get your mouth in order so you can, talk and suck dick again without it being very painful to you. Oh man, there was more chat. I just scrolled down. There's more chat. Shit. Oh. Do you want to go ahead and rest, and I'll just address chat until people
No, it's
stop
cool.
chatting?
It's cool. I'm playing
Because-
us out with some music too.
I have this room for the rest of the day, and I don't know what to do with it.
Are you? What time are you leaving Makati? Still at
I
that
need
10?
to go to. I'm not in Makati. I'm in
Oh,
Ortigas,
okay.
waiting to drive Trish to Makati, and then I will wait
Ah.
there and then drive her back here so that we can pick up the kids, and then we go back
Okay,
home.
okay.
That's why my Mondays are
Right.
weird now.
Right.
That's why,
Okay.
That's why I
Dang.
can't meet up with you and Krista and Brian.
Yeah.
I know that we were talking about it.
So are you gonna hang out here on after I close the stream? You'll hang out on Twitch?
Sure. The thing is, though, if you close the stream, I can't start it back up because this co-working space blocks Twitch.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, and Restream. It blocks Restream, which is if I continue to stream, it may have to be on Facebook only.
Or I could leave it streaming and just
No,
full overlay changes for you, like just to set you up.
dude. I can't ask you to do that. That's electricity. That's bandwidth that you're going to be spending and I won't be able to turn it off.
Yeah, I actually just realized it's just gonna keep going until I wake up.
Gonna keep going. Yeah, and it's gonna pick up whatever, unless you turn off the mic on your end. It's gonna be picking up the random noises that's happening there.
Of course, I turn off.
I don't want to hear. Okay, good, because I don't want to hear about your domestic issues or whatever.
Anyway,
so yeah, it's unfeasible.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll just end the stream here.
We'll just end the stream. Good. Thanks, by the way, Mark, for trying out a higher bitrate. It looks so much better.
Really?
On
Awesome.
Facebook already.
Awesome.
So yeah, we'll keep it at least 3 Mbps
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah.
Santagoy, sorry, we won't do an extended stream. It's just not feasible right now.
Yeah. The co-working space is not feasible.
But if you really, really, really want to, I can look into possibly doing Discord streaming on the Discord channel. That is a thing I'm excited about.
You could experiment with that. Yeah.
I can experiment with that, right? In fact, you know what? That's what I'll do. I will spend the rest of my time here in this co-working space to try and figure out how we can do Discord channel
streams.
streaming, because that
Nice.
has no delay,
Yeah.
sub-second delay,
That is.
but a maximum of 10 people. But it's
Oh.
okay. I don't think we have 10 people watching anyway. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
Anyway, see you, Mark. See you
See ya.
guys. I'm gonna work on the Discord thing, so if you're sticking around, you'll hear my voice still, but we'll see. I'll figure it out.
All right.
Play us out, Mark.
All right. Bye, guys. Thank you. See you around.
Bye.